When I paint, it's usually pretty intuitive. You do some things by the book and other things are completely invented. And you're like, oh, this is magic. Like, it just works. The role of color, composition, and gesture in my work, they're all really intertwined. The color is the first thing I think about. Is it going to be a dark painting? Is it going to be a light painting? Is it going to be blue? Is it going to be green? Especially because I paint from nature and I try to really get close to those colors. I came to LA for grad school and it became all about the night sky, reflections of artificial light in the sky. It was kind of like, if darkness has a color, what color does brightness have? And I started putting silver leaf behind my paintings so that the light in the room would get reflected out into the painting. I started doing all these line studies just of colors from nature. Through that, I brought the landscape back in with the lines and kind of have that geometrical element, just to have the surface of the painting really do something. I paint landscapes, but a lot of them are in portrait format. I like the viewer to kind of get something that's not expected. My studio is set up in a way that I have different working areas. I have a desk for my watercoloring, and then I have a couple of easels where I work on my oil paintings, and then I have like an inspiration wall. There's some pretty funky 1970s tile in there. That part of the house was built in the 70s and it was like the party cellar. It's really just a strange place. Usually I'm a really neat person, but in my studio I can get really messy and leave it messy. And I don't care. A lot of artists have a love-hate relationship with their studio, I think. Like, they love to be there, but they also love to leave. There's usually a sky, a land, and a water part in my paintings. And the land part is usually really gestural. It's like just a few little dabs or something. I have to be in the mood that day to do that part. Like other parts, like the geometrical parts, like that's more routine and I plan that out and I can just have to execute it well. But the gestural part, I have to have a lot of time, even though it might only take me a few minutes. Actually take the pressure off, kind of. If I weren't painting, it would probably be something to do with art history. My grandfather put his life on the line to get Max Beckmann's work out of Germany. And so it was always really important in my family to support the arts and to be around the arts and just to have it be something valid.